everybody. Welcome to Nancy Drew.
Happy Halloween.
Ghost of Thornton Hall.
It's not Halloween.
Happy September
September-ween.
something. It's like September 5th or something.
Yeah, no. We're getting into the spooky months. We're out of the summer.
We're starting to get into like the fall months, and I asked Caitlin if she would be cool if we did a giant episode of Nancy Drew.
And I said yes.
Because we just finished Ace Attorney, and I'm sad.
Yeah. That was such a good series.
Because I no longer get to edit it.
Yeah.
But
was that not the highlight of your every week, getting to highlight Ace Attorney?
If I needed a pick-me-up, I edited Ace Attorney.
Yeah.
If I had just finished editing Ace Attorney, I edited Ace Attorney.
Yeah.
If I just wanted to laugh, I edited Ace Attorney.
It was a good one.
It was my favorite thing, and hopefully we'll do it again. But that's not what we're talking about right now. Right now we're playing Nancy Drew!
Yay!
Ghost of Thornton Hall. This is number 28 in the series. It's one of my favorites. We're gonna get right into it.
Are you an amateur or a master today?
I'm gonna go amateur so that I can see I want to see how fast I can beat this game.
Okay. Because
this game is a pretty... you can kind of get through it pretty quickly.
Is it a tougher one?
When you first play it, oh yeah.
Okay.
It was super hard and confusing.
But now you know exactly what you're doing.
But now I know what I'm doing.
Wakey,
Cutscene.
wakey, Nancy, wakey.
As this is ringing, this is the bedroom that you first see in Nancy Drew Alibi and Ashes in full, because that's the game that takes place in River Heights. Who we were about to talk to, we met in the 23rd game. She is a ghost hunter woman.
Okay.
And I'm gonna make the ringing stop now.
What time is it?
Late.
Savannah? Is that you? What's wrong?
I got a case for you.
All right.
Can it wait until later?
I'm sorry, it can't.
Okay.
There's been a kidnapping.
Ooh.
A girl just a little older than you.
Shouldn't the police
Man,
be
that's
taking
not my
care
job.
of this?
There's only so much they can do, and she needs to be found before something bad happens.
What do you
I
mean?
love her voice.
The call came in for me.
She's awesome.
But I can't go. Thornton Hall is a dangerous
Thornton
place for
Hall.
people like me.
Ghost hunters, you mean? So people think it's haunted?
They know.
Oh.
Jessalyn needs someone who ain't afraid to run after her. That ain't me. What I'm asking of you is dangerous.
After everything you did for me in Japan? I'll do it.
Oh, this woman was in Japan.
Drive to the
She
airport.
wasn't. Yeah, she was actually.
Nancy, I didn't call you just because you're.
But that's when we met her as on the case in
I
Japan.
called you because you're a skeptic. Thornton Hall is no place for anyone who believes.
Then you called the right detective.
I'm serious.
I don't believe in no
you
ghosts.
think long and hard about that before you get on that plane. If what you find on the island is going to get to you, don't go. Stay home.
Don't worry, I'm on the case.
Okay.
Yeah! So, Shadow at the Water's Edge, the game in Japan, is also a ghost one where
You sure about
we
this?
gotta
I
play.
am.
Watch yourself around the Thorntons. They earned their bad reputation.
Well, thanks for being concerned. I should be okay.
Well, it depends who's here. Hope for your sake Wade's not skulking around. Or that loony bin reject Harper. But it's Charlotte you best watch for.
Okay.
Black Rock Island belongs to her now. Has ever since the night the fire took her. Take care now.
That was a lot of information to
So,
unpack.
boom, right there.
Okay.
You learn everything you need to know. Charlotte was killed in a fire here on Black Rock Island, where the Thornton Hall estate is.
So this is an estate that is the only place on this island.
Yes.
That's absolutely a terrifying thought in the first place.
Isn't that crazy?
Like, somebody bought their own island and just built stuff.
Yeah.
Man,
pretty
this
much.
one is spooky.
It is. It's so spooky. I wish we could shut that light off a little more. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna. I want it to be darker. Okay, so this is a scavenger list. There are 21 items to search and find. They found a bunch.
Who's they?
So whoever this list belonged to.
Oh, okay.
They're crossed off, everything like that. There's a gravestone epitaph hunt. And there's all these people.
With numbers.
There's Nana 81, Grandma 63. So it says WL. That means number of the word and number, or the number word and the number of letters in that word. So like on Nana's tombstone, you're looking for the 8th word and the first letter in that word.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Okay. Then there's all these other things. T.
What's the T, sis?
I don't know. Let's go up to the house.
They should put some more leaves on those trees.
Jessalyn?
Excuse me?
Sorry. Of course you're not. I'm just tired.
You do look
No,
tired.
don't be. I'm Nancy.
He never does.
You're here to
Like,
help?
Doesn't.
Savannah
always
Woodham
looks
called me in. She seems to think there's a supernatural explanation to Jesselyn's disappearance.
A couple of days back, that would have earned an eye roll.
Do you see where you
I'm
live?
Colton, the fiancé.
Her
Welcome to
fiancé?
Thornton Hall. I'd extend you all the
Jesselyn's.
courtesies of the Thornton clan, but we seem to be about 20 years too late for that.
Love the way he moves.
You might need this. I found it in the house.
Is
I'm
this
taking her phone.
Jesselyn's?
Yeah, it's dead though, and the charger got mangled by something.
When they ripped
Maybe
me
you
from my
could
bed.
channel all that inquisitive energy into seeing if you can get that old phone back up and running.
Were you and Jesselyn getting married soon?
Yes,
Any chance this is just pre-wedding jitters?
she might have had second thoughts about the wedding. Trust me, everyone does. But she never let anyone worry about her like this. She loved her family more than anything.
Is it safe to assume you had second thoughts about the wedding?
I never said that.
True, but you implied it. You said, trust me, everyone does.
I know. I
How did that
remember it
imply?
like it was just moments ago.
I'd better get going.
Bye.
Man is lanky.
He
And I
is.
don't trust him because Nancy clearly doesn't.
You shouldn't trust anyone in these games ever.
Sometimes you have friends, like Savannah.
Sometimes, yeah.
So you can trust Savannah. Right?
Hammer. You can trust Savannah.
Okay, cool. I can trust one person.
Yep.
And my trusty Kati. I trust you.
You said me.
Don't
There are
trust me.
scary things that happen in this game, by the way.
Wonderful. So excited.
Ah, for making batteries with common household items. Do it yourself.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna make a battery!
Portable electronics are a driving force in the modern age, but the history of the battery can be traced back to 200 BCE and the so-called Baghdad battery. Discovered in the 1930s during an archaeological dig, the Baghdad battery is a clay vessel containing a copper cylinder and an iron rod which show evidence of corrosion. This object is believed to be an ancient battery, most likely used for electroplating. While today's batteries are more advanced, they use the same basic principles. There are three main components to a typical battery. The two terminals made of differing metals are the positively charged electrode known as the anode and the negatively charged electrode known as the cathode. The third component is the electrolyte, which separates the terminals and allows the charge to flow between them.
Electrolytes?
They're in my water. The basic design can be created out of common household items. Coins. This is for making homemade batteries. Mix a 1/4 cup vinegar and 1 tablespoon of salt. Cut a paper towel into 1/2-inch squares and soak the squares in the vinegar solution. Starting with a penny, alternately stack pennies and nickels on a plastic plate with a square of the vinegar-soaked towel between each coin. End with a nickel on top. Attach one terminal clip to the bottom penny and the other terminal clip to the top nickel.
And you've got a battery!
Yup. Potatoes! Take a potato and insert a steel nail approximately 1 inch into the potato. Then insert a zinc-plated nail to the same depth as close to the steel nail as possible without the two nails touching. Make a circuit by connecting a terminal clip to each nail to begin charging. A larger circuit made by adding connections across multiple potatoes will increase the charge.
There was one time where I didn't have a phone charger and I was like, you know what, I could use potatoes, but I still didn't have a port to plug it into my phone, so it just didn't end up working out, man.
Darn it.
It was a big old bummer.
But that would have worked.
I mean, yeah, if I had, like, the port to plug into my phone, we could have charged it from the potatoes. Would have been slow, would have been unreliable, but it would have been.
A charge.
Yep.
It would have been.
It would have been.
Using acidic fruits, e.g. lemons, limes, and oranges, press 1 copper coin and 1 nail into each fruit. Connect all the fruit together in a row by attaching a positive terminal clip to the nail in one fruit and the opposite negative terminal clip to the coin in another fruit. Attach the final positive and negative clips to the electronic to be powered.
Ooh.
And that's so cool. You can do all of this. This
Hey.
person won a contest to be featured. Hotel Chatham. That's so cool. We only need to know this. But look,
I don't have all the parts I need.
terminal clips.
Yay! So we need...
And a bunch of nails.
I was gonna say, we have nails, we have terminal clips, we're gonna need either some fruit and veg or vinegar and salt and coins, whatever we can find.
I should find somewhere to place it.
Let's go randomly hang up this painting.
Let's go randomly hang up the painting.
Ooh, brightly colored turpentine.
Are people supposed to be living in this house? Like, I'm a little confused.
Yeah,
But this is not livable.
it is.
Not here. Where are we? In the shed?
Thornton Family Cotton Processing. This door is from the barn that housed the equipment for processing the cotton. Many a worker lost their fingers in the processing room.
Well, that's a bummer.
It's a big old bummer. That's going to be a puzzle.
For later.
There's something that happens in this room that I really want to happen, and we'll see if it happens.
We'll see if the thing happens in the room where it happens. That was a ghost.
Yeah,
this house is not livable.
This one's just spooky.
Why are people living in this place? Clean it.
Espionage in a bonnet. Female secret agents of the Civil War.
I'm super mad that they leave this house so dirty. I'm sorry. I'll get on board again in a second, but right now I'm mad.
Sorry, I just want to make it a little brighter because I'm nervous. In 1794, Eli Whitney changed the course of U.S. history when he invented the cotton gin, a machine which performed the quick separation of cotton seeds from the cotton itself. This labor-saving device revolutionized the plantation economy of the South, cementing its dependence on slavery and setting the country on the path to civil war. When the first shots of the war were fired in 1861, both the Union and the Confederacy turned to espionage to try to gain the upper hand. The famous generals and leaders of the war are well remembered today, but they couldn't have accomplished what they did without the female spies who played a shadowy part in obtaining state secrets. Wild Rose Greenhow was a member of Washington's elite society and loyal to the South. When war broke out, she used her social connections to obtain classified information, which she then passed along in code to the Confederacy.
Dang.
Yeah. Intelligence gathered by Rose was hidden in the hair of a female courier, and this helped General P.G.T. Beauregard win the First Battle of Bull Run. Though she was later watched by the Union and eventually placed under house arrest, Rose continued her intelligence work and became one of the most renowned female spies of the war.
That is so interesting.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Now here's our girl, Harriet Tubman!
Harriet Tubman,
Woo!
we love her!
We love her. Best known for her role in leading slaves to freedom through the Underground Railroad, Harriet Tubman also served as a spy for the Union while working as a nurse in South Carolina. She recruited former slaves to act as scouts who collected intelligence on the location and movement of rebel troops, reporting this back to the Union.
Love her.
That would have been so dangerous for them. Like, obviously she put herself at risk, but like the former slaves who escaped, and now they're like, what if you went back?
Do you remember?
And then brought us information.
Do you remember the American Girl series? There was
Addie?
the one girl, Addie. So she, I'd never crossed
Saw a
paths
play
with
on
Harriet
Addie.
Tubman. Yeah, but she, there was a whole thing where I guess the author of Addie wanted to send her into Harriet Tubman's like line of people who might be able to do kind of stuff like this, and then the American Girl like producers, they were like, no, we're not gonna whip into that part of history. That's a little too much because she already escaped slavery. We're gonna make things happy. Just integrate her into society.
We already gave her a really rough start.
Yeah.
there. We'll just make her story happier for the kids.
And like they have other kids that have trauma. Addie's already had her trauma. We're
Because
working
Addie
past the
straight up
trauma.
escaped slavery.
We're not gonna send her back.
So we'll let her be.
She was also like super young.
She was like 12 or something, or 10.
I think they're 11 and they turned 12 in the books because there was always a happy birthday Addie or
yeah,
Kristen
there's always a
in the
happy
series.
birthday Samantha. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think they'd go from 11 to 12.
Dang.
I think. I don't know.
Maria Bell Boyd came to the attention of the Confederacy early in the war when she shot and killed a Union soldier who had threatened her mother.
Dang.
Although only 17, her self-confidence and wish for vengeance led her to become a spy. Bell found that the flirtatious behavior which was cause for concern among her peers could be used to advantage as an undercover femme fatale. After beguiling Union soldiers into telling her classified information, she forwarded this intelligence to the Confederacy. Bell became a courier herself, even personally delivering messages to General T.J. Stonewall Jackson. She was arrested repeatedly, but refused to let incarceration stop her, and remained a Confederate spy throughout the war.
I would read a whole book about these ladies.
Right? Isn't
this
that
sounds
cool?
fun.
A prominent Virginian, Elizabeth Van Lew, was proud of her roots, but opposed to both slavery and secession.
I feel that.
When Union prisoners arrived at Richmond's Libby prison, Elizabeth succeeded in gaining permission to bring books, food, and medicine to the incarcerated men. Information passed between Elizabeth and the prisoners through secret compartments in dishes and hidden messages in books. When the Union heard of her work, they quickly recruited Elizabeth as an official spy, which, with her Richmond connections in society and the prison, as well as her personal network of agents, Elizabeth sent her intelligence work to General Ulysses S. Grant, written in codes and invisible ink, providing invaluable information to the Union cause.
That's so cool!
It's so awesome. Sarah Emma Emmons was one of approximately 400 women who fought in the Civil War as a man. Cutting her hair short, adopting men's clothing, and taking the alias Franklin Thompson, Sarah joined the Union Army's 2nd Michigan Infantry. She initially served as a male nurse, but soon turned her talents at undercover work to spying. Wearing elaborate guises from an Irish woman to a male slave, she infiltrated Confederate lines. She maintained her persona as Franklin Thompson until she contracted malaria and had to leave the Army for medical treatment, since seeking help with an Army doctor would have revealed her true identity. Sarah eventually received an honorable discharge from the Army with a bonus and a pension under her true name, and was the sole woman member admitted to the Grand Army of the Republic following the war.
Jeez.
These women and countless others played a critical part for both the Union and Confederate causes. The female agents of the Civil War used the spy tech of the 1860s, such as ciphers, invisible inks, secret compartments, and even the rumored self-destructor, which would destroy its own contents if opened incorrectly, to prove that women were as capable as men when it came to espionage.
Heck yeah, of course they are.
I love that book.
That's my favorite one that we've ever read in a Nancy Drew book.
Isn't it awesome?
That's awesome.
There are gems like that in all, like, they're so cool. Okay. The long cold night on Black Rock. The years of plenty would soon be upon the Thornton clan, but they would not come without a price. In order to keep a close watch on the production facility, Jeb had a small factory built on the Black Rock property. He did not foresee the potentially disastrous possibilities. When the winds grew cold and the waves made passage back to the mainland difficult, the workers were granted permission to stay overnight in the factory. There's a bunch of blacked out stuff, and then none survived.
Redacted. None survived.
Sarah was the first to enter the factory the morning after the accident and never recovered from the shock of what she found within. Many within the town held Sarah in high regard for her kind, open nature. The employees in particular had an unwavering appreciation for Sarah, who had taken on the role of caregiver once the factory moved onto the island, affectionately calling her Nana. She'd visit the factory twice a day with bread and treats, even offering a warm bed in the main house to any employee who fell ill. Shortly after the tragedy, Jeb began construction of a housing unit for inclement weather and immediately restaffed the factory despite Sarah's wishes. While Jeb seemed justifiably upset, he was determined to maintain the family business no matter what. When the new employees arrived on the island, Sarah retired to her room, refusing to leave until her death a few years later. It's been said that a handwritten note found in her pocket read, "We have sown the black seeds of death, and forevermore will harvest only blood." Evidence suggests that this note may have been fabricated, but the chilling message remains a popular element of Thornton lore. Jeb was hit hard by the loss of his wife, but remained steadfast in his attempts to grow the family business into something worth the tragic cost of the lives it had taken. Jeb's drive became somewhat of a family trait after his passing a few years later, as did Sarah's discomfort with the business. In the generations to come, a dogged dedication to the company or queasiness with their ill-gotten wealth became the two defining characteristics of the Thornton clan. Even the most beloved family members eventually had to choose a side. Isn't that wild?
That is wild. So, when did all of that happen? Like, did it give us a time date of when those things were going on? Like Sarah and Jeb?
It didn't really give us much of a
Okay.
date. Oh, I wanted to add more. I'll make another one. You can just make a bunch of tea.
This reminds me of... That looks like a lime, not a lemon, and that made me queasy for a second.
Oh, you can add
Mint.
too.
This reminds me of Umbridge's office when Harry goes in to get detention.
Yep.
Fruit!
A bunch of acidic
We
fruit!
can go use the fruit!
Citrus!
Citrus! We need coins.
And a lady.
You must be Nancy.
Yeah.
Yes, you must be Clara, Jesselyn's mother.
Love that name.
Yes.
Clara?
I want
Yeah.
you to know that I'm here to help you with anything you need.
That's real sweet, hon.
I know you may not want me here since you didn't actually call me yourself.
So long as you help me find Jesselyn, you're welcome under what's left of my roof here.
Who
My
did
goodness.
Jesselyn come here with?
Addison. I tried talking to her, but she was a wreck. Here.
Who's Addison? Do we know?
She's about to tell us.
Okay.
She'll have calmed down a bit by
Thank-
now. I hope.
Okay, well, Addison is Jesselyn's maid of honor.
Oh, okay. So I
It was
figured
kind of
just
like a
friend.
bachelorette thing.
Okay.
What do you think happened to Jesselyn?
You wouldn't know by the look of this dump, but we're worth a great deal of money. Well, that's what I thought this was. But then, no. Not yet, at least. I can't believe I'm praying for a ransom note to show up. It's like someone's trying to punish us.
Why do you say that?
Thornton Hall was once something truly beautiful, but so much greed and tragedy built up in these walls that when they started to crumble, I wanted to save this place, make it mine, but I couldn't. So whoever took Jessie wanted us to sit here in this broken down old house waiting for her.
Is there any chance Jesselyn's disappearance could be cold feet?
My Jessie would never put her family through this nightmare, never.
Were things good between Colton and Jesselyn?
They had their rows and their romantic dinners, same as any couple. Colton had some... Well, hun, he had some issues, but they worked through them.
Why is everyone here? Shouldn't we be out searching for Jesselyn?
I closed down the company. The entire staff is out combing the woods. I said, sit home or join the search. You get paid either way. Not a soul stayed home. Jesselyn grew up in the business. She's got a lot of people looking out for her. I can be thankful for that. The police recommended a presence here. They said we'd have a better chance of noticing if something was off here, knowing the place and all.
You mentioned that Colton had some issues. What did you mean?
To put it delicately, family issues.
Oh.
Never you mind. It has nothing to do with what's going on now.
I feel like it might.
Goodbye.
Take care.
I feel like the fact that I know about it might. Was that like Hiram Thornton?
Hiram Thornton.
I like Hiram.
It looks like the painting is missing.
Let's
Well,
go hang
let's
our random painting.
Put it back.
Franklin. Okay, so there's a large family history here. People have either chosen the side of the factory's great or the factory's cursed because of what was found in Mama's pocket after everything got rebuilt and restored and replaced.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'm trying to keep track of everything in my head.
I was gonna
because
say, yeah.
My bad habit is that I get into these and I'm like, wow, 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 each new thing, but I don't log things, so I don't ever have anything to go back on of like, we need this, and I so desperately want to look back at myself in one of these games and be like, you are smart. I've never once looked at myself in a Nancy Drew game and been like, she remembered.
So what has happened so far? What do we know so far?
So far, we know that there was a lady, Charlotte, who died in the fire.
Mm-hmm.
We know that this place was started and owned by, was it Sarah?
Jeb and Sarah.
Jeb and Sarah. Yeah. And then everybody loved Sarah. She took care of her workers. Everybody was like her favorite, and then they all loved her. And then after the accident, where we know everybody died, but everything was redacted, so we don't know what happened, everybody, or Jeb wanted to rebuild the factory. So...
And he did.
And he replaced everybody.
I don't think they built the house. I think they built the factory.
Okay.
I don't think they built the house.
And now it's on the island, right?
I think these guys... Yeah.
Okay.
I think these guys built the house, but I'm not sure.
Gotcha.
I've actually never read this book.
And that's the history. And then over here we have the story of like, well, everybody loves, oh my god, who's the one who ran away? Jesselyn. Everybody loves Jesselyn and her fiance. He's got like weird family problems, but we're not going to talk about that. We think they're fine. And then the best friend was the one who let Mom know that she's missing. And Mom is here because the police said if anything's like hanky around here, you're going to know because you know the place.
Yeah.
I got this?
Yep.
Yay.
The last flight of Karenina and Dodge.
Is
Roger.
that not Karenina?
I don't know.
Okay.
Karenina?
I don't know.
K. Roger Dodge, as he was known to his friends, never let his difficulties stand in his way. As a child, he'd found he was defined by a persistent stutter that would follow him throughout his life. He'd often state that his difficulties with speech led him to be a somewhat shy child. He grew to be a bookish young man with a deep love of the language. Despite his great intelligence, he struggled to find his place in the world. That changed when he met Mariana in the spring of his freshman year.
Mariana.
As a boy, he wrote in a letter sent to a longtime friend, I felt sorry for myself because I couldn't speak. Now I only feel sorry for those who cannot listen. Mariana knows how to listen, and she's taught me how to be heard.
Aww.
By all accounts, Mariana was quite taken with Dodge immediately. According to an oft-told anecdote, Dodge once proclaimed he would love her until the day he could say her name without a single hesitation.
Aww.
On the spot, she declared that he was henceforth to call her Mariana Karenina. The joke solidified into a nickname once the couple noticed the scandalized reactions she received from the stuffier members of the Thornton clan. Always a bit mischievous, Mariana was never quite in step with the rest of the family. She was known for her wicked sense of humor, and often envied for the privileged position she held. Usually the first person that relatives would turn to with a problem, Mariana led the family through many troubled times. But the real trouble began on a stormy night in the middle of winter. Mariana had been asked to meet with the head of a small agricultural company the Thornton business had been hoping to acquire. The papers had been drawn up, but there was still some uncertainty on the part of the company's owners, Madrigal Stock and Grain. Mariana was tasked with assuaging their worries and getting the papers signed. Roger, as usual, was at her side. One can only guess their last moments together. This we know. The small prop plane crashed in an empty field after running into an unexpectedly strong storm. All 4 passengers died on impact, along with the 2-person flight crew. Those who knew the pair knew that at the very least they must have been relieved to have each other's company in those last moments as the plane fluttered down from the sky.
That's so sad.
Yeah, that's sad.
So there were 4 passengers in the
What's
plane?
that smudge? It almost looks like something was painted over.
I do not know what she is talking about.
I
That thing?
believe here, because it's slightly different from the rest of the paint. See, it's like
All right.
chalkier. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
so glad Nancy saw it. I would not have questioned it.
Thank God for Nancy's
Thank
eyes.
God for Nancy's eyes.
Is there anything else we can...
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
What do you think
Hey.
of Clara?
I don't like him.
I love
she's just a
Colton.
little severe until you
I
get
also
to
love
know
that
her.
name.
And then
I wouldn't know.
you're holding something back.
So what if I am?
Is he talking about his future mother-in-law?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't want to go in the house? Don't blame you.
Okay, first of
How
all,
did you
rude.
and Jesselyn meet?
I saw her one day and thought, this is the girl I'm gonna marry.
She's just so pretty.
Then I
threw a
threw
rock in her
in her
face.
face.
Oh,
Like, metaphorically?
why'd you throw a rock in
No,
her face?
I was just a kid. I had a very limited game book. She still has a little scar. You can see it when she smiles.
She's such a dope.
I'll never live that down.
I imagine things improved from there.
We became best friends. Then we grew up and became what we are. Or were.
Uh.
Or
So you and Jesselyn
Or-
must have dated for quite some time.
actually didn't start dating until a year ago.
Really?
Really?
We both dated other people, but nothing worked out. One day, Clara had enough and sat us down and said, everyone knows you're gonna get married. Go to it already.
That's funny.
Jess was mortified. I took her out to the coast since that always cheered her up. We talked through the night, and by the time the sun came up, it just stopped sounding so silly.
See you later.
Later.
I love that that's how you have to end it. Okay,
Yeah.
bye-bye.
All right, see ya.
So this is like the...
This is the family graveyard.
You know
Hey.
you're rich.
Yeah!
Savannah?
No,
I'm not.
But you must be Wade.
Is she with you?
Oh,
Are you the
someone
new
who called.
assistant? What's his name, get canned or something?
Logan? I don't know.
Oh, freaking
All I
Logan.
know is that she thought I'd be the right person for the case. She's not coming.
What did you just say?
She said she was sorry to send me, but nothing could get her to come here.
I never took her for a coward.
Well, she seemed pretty scared of the ghosts.
Ghosts? No, that ain't it. She's scared of seeing me.
Oh, they got something going on, I see.
That's
I hope
Wade.
Savannah understands the mess she dropped you in.
I can handle myself just fine.
You're just a kid.
You could say the same thing about Jesselyn.
True enough. Say what suits you. Won't make the nights around here any shorter. Anyway, Savannah
Any
had a
shorter.
package sent. I guess it must be for you. It's up in the house.
From what I understand, the Thornton family business is very successful.
Yep. We got money and all the trouble that buys.
Who runs the family company?
Clara,
Clara.
probably.
Do you think that's fair?
No.
Would you like to run the company?
Good, sweet nonsense, no. Do not even imply that I'm after that to anyone.
Who else is here?
Clara, that's Jesselyn's mother. Colton, her fiancé.
Anyone else?
Depends what you mean by anyone.
Any other alive or verifiably real people?
No.
What do you think of Colton?
He's such a little...
I do not like that shifty little punk. But I have said that about all Jesse's boyfriends. With him, I mean it a little extra. Something's crooked with
Okay,
the two
pause.
of them together.
Yeah.
I don't know if she can see it or not.
Who was Wade to the Thorntons?
Clara's brother.
Oh, okay.
It's Jesse's uncle.
Gotcha. Okay. I was probably thinking while he said that.
I don't know
because-
if he said that outright. He's just part of the family.
Because he
he's
was
kinda
dressed
said.
casually, and we found him in a graveyard. I assumed he worked here. And then she asked, like, would you like to own it? And he's like, no! And I'm like, okay, so you're a family member.
Good,
Who are
sweet
you?
nonsense. No,
Yeah.
do not imply that I am after that to anyone. I've played this game, like, more than most of them, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love this one. I play the scary ones, though.
What's Clara's relationship to the rest of the family?
My cousin.
Oh,
Hopper
it's his
and
cousin.
Charlotte's cousin. She lived with the girls after her mama passed.
Yeah, okay, so so Clara is Wade's cousin. She is also cousin to Harper and Charlotte. Harper and Charlotte were sisters. Charlotte's the one that's dead.
And who's Harper?
Haven't met her yet.
Okay, just Harper just exists.
Yep. The
So
guys called her a loony bin reject.
Okay, so Wade is cousin to Clara or Jesselyn?
Clara.
So Wade is cousin to Clara.
Yeah.
And how were the girls related?
They are cousins to him and Clara as well.
Okay,
They're
so we've
all
got a group of cousins.
But Harper and Charlotte are sisters.
Harper and Charlotte are sisters, right. They are their own group. We have Wade over here. He is a cousin. Then we've got Clara over here, who is a cousin. We've got 3 branches of cousins.
Yeah, we've got boom,
but these
boom,
2 girls.
those 2.
Got you. And then Charlotte died.
Charlotte died, but when...
Harper's crazy.
Harper is supposed to be crazy.
Okay.
She went crazy after her sister died.
Got it. Thank you.
Why aren't you in the house?
I'm only on the island because Jesselyn's missing.
Okay.
Nothing's gonna get me in that house.
Oh, so just hang out in the graveyard. That's not creepy.
Live here?
No one lives out on the island, but just on the shore.
Were you close to Jesselyn?
Everyone was. Everyone is. She's the bright spot of happiness in
you
this
referred
whole
to her in the past tense.
miserable family.
Do you know Savannah?
I did, once.
And now?
And now I don't.
How did you meet Savannah?
We went to the same bookstore.
You don't seem like the type.
I'll take that as a compliment and an insult.
How long ago was this?
A while. Gone now. It was a little old dark place. Carried these musty old books. Stuff that didn't exist anywhere else.
What kind of stuff?
All sorts. But I was there researching our family.
Genealogical.
Savannah had this way of reading. Like there was something she needed to know real bad. One day I finally asked, "What is it you need to know so bad?" You know what she said?
What?
Nothing. She handed over the book she was reading and walked out. At first, I'm feeling a touch rejected. But then I look at the book.
What was the book?
That was the crazy thing. It was the Thornton family book of names. Births, deaths, marriage, and so on, going way back.
Why would she have that?
Why, indeed. I had to know. Took me some doing, but I tracked her down.
So you met Savannah because she was trying to find Charlotte's ghost?
One of those people who met her was Savannah. Ask her, and maybe she'll tell you about it. After that, she became obsessed with Thornton Hall. We got to know each other. I fell for her like a Black Tuesday banker. In the end, the landing was just as rough.
You said you were researching the family.
I don't get
Why?
It's so
After
stupid.
Charlotte died, that's when something I always knew came out shining so bright, I finally had to admit it. Long as it's been growing, the Thornton family tree's been split down the middle. The evil roots always trying to strangle out the good. I used to think I was on the side of good.
And now?
What do you think?
Maybe you're not.
Maybe you're right.
What did you mean about the family being
I
split
forgot
in
how much you have
two?
to talk to Wade
You
up
wouldn't know
front.
by looking around here, seeing the state we're in, but we're loaded.
What's that have to do with anything?
The Thornton family bought its money with blood, and not always our own.
And you think one part of the family had more to do with this than the other?
I don't speak ill of the dead, especially not when they're staring up at the soles of my boots. Look around. You'll see.
He's got some of the best lines in
Goodbye.
the game.
Later.
I like him.
He's awesome.
I like him a lot.
No need to jump, just me.
Can you tell me about some of these stones?
I'll tell you what I can. But sometimes it's best to just look and listen. That there
all
is
cracked.
Clara's mother.
What can you tell me about her?
Not a great deal. She loved her secrets. Never even told Clara who her daddy was.
Why not?
Don't know. When Clara was about 10, Rosalie got real sick. Every day Clara would ask about her daddy. I think she was afraid of being left to fend for herself. But Rosalie wouldn't say.
Leaves. Okay. Bye-bye. That was creepy.
Yeah.
So did he have an answer of why Savannah was looking at his family book of dates and all that?
No, it's just that she was researching the family.
Okay.
Thornton Cemetery. This plaque honors those who found their final rest beyond the family grounds, including Franklin Thornton, May 4th, 1895 to October 25th, 1917, defending his nation. Dedicated January of 1918.
That was the portrait we hung.
Yes, you're right.
Stop it.
It's locked.
I need a gosh darn diddly darn key.
We do.
Do you know where this takes place? Like, obviously the South.
I think it's supposed to be South Carolina.
Okay.
Or something. Like, it's obviously it's an island.
They're just in an island off the coast of South Carolina.
Something like that, yeah.
Alright.
There's a package upstairs, they said, for us.
Nancy.
EMF reader!
We have a ghost machine!
And The Ghost of Thornton Hall, True Encounters Retold by Savannah Woodham.
That's why.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nancy, here's some of my old paperwork from when I was looking into Charlotte myself. I know you're going to be looking for Jessalyn during the day, but night is the best time to investigate the family. That's when the spirits get restless in more ways than one. You'll probably get more out of the family than anyway. The EMF gadget I included works pretty well on the property. I don't normally use these, but there is a strong correlation between the meter peaking and documented sightings. I know you don't like things that can't be explained, but just because it can't be explained yet doesn't mean you should disregard it. Call me if you want to talk. I don't know what help I can offer, but I'm there if you need me. Good luck, Savannah.
Really eased into the accent on that one.
I really,
liked it.
it's hard because she's got a very specific style of Georgian accent.
I loved it.
Okay. So March 4th, subject swimmer. Type visual oral contact. Notes near death. I was 14. My younger brother was about 12 at the time. I was a bit of a scrawny kid and caught more than my fair share of trouble on account of being the smallest. But I was no coward, and I was itching to prove it. That's when I caught wind of Charlotte. I got it in my head that if I spent the night out at the island, the kids at school would leave me alone.
Oh.
Doesn't make sense now, but it made a lot of sense then. I made this big deal about sneaking onto the island, and everyone was interested, especially my younger brother Sean. He demanded to come, and to be honest, I was happy to have the company. We spent a while trying to get a boat, but no one wanted to lend a boat to two kids in the middle of the night. Go figure, right? I knew if I didn't make it out there, I'd never hear the end of it. I'd made too big a deal out of the whole thing. I was locked in.
So you're gonna swim?
That's when I decided that we should swim over. Anyone who grew up here knows you don't do that.
Nope.
The swim's not far, but the currents,
Right.
They'll smash you on the rocks or they'll pull you under. That's exactly what happened to Sean. 1 second he was next to me, and the next, gone.
Oh no.
I panicked and dove into the water. Nothing. Again and again, nothing. But turns out he was fine. He made it to the shore. I was the one in trouble. I kept going under until I got disoriented. I couldn't find which way was up. I knew that was it for me. I knew I was going to die, and I could feel the fight going out of me. That's when I heard singing. The water around me went still, and a song started swimming its way around me, pulling me toward this thing, this woman, Charlotte. The water was ice cold, and she was turning it to steam. Smoke was pouring from her like ink under the water. I knew I couldn't die down there. I knew I had to get out of the water. I don't know what happened next. I woke up on the rocks, then in the hospital. I never saw her again. I've spent the rest of my life trying not to look.
Oh my gosh. Wait, can I read this one?
Sure.
I want to read it in accent because they're writing it with an accent and I think it's hilarious.
Some of it, that one was written with an accent.
That
yeah.
was a good accent one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. April 10th. Subject, Tagger. Type, Oriole Phantom Smoke. Notes, no eye contact, possibly unreliable or not telling an entire story.
Ooh.
Yeah, I saw her. It doesn't matter why I was there. Let's just say I'm an artist. Underappreciated in my time and by the powers that be. I was out with a few writers I like to run with. Out in the ruins. Was working on her stuff like she always did. A little cute for my taste, but she is who she is. Suddenly she drops everything and is like, we gotta go. Right now. She said it like, no drill, just run. We grabbed our stuff and we ran. As we were going, there wasn't smoke, but we were all choking a little like there was. We could all smell a fire, and in the distance we heard screaming. I wanted to go back, but Elle told me that what we heard wasn't human. We all knew she was right. We got off that island. That's all it was. That is not the whole truth.
No.
That is like, we ran from something and we don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, that's like I had a thing, I'm afraid.
Yeah, no, I understand. That's
Yeah.
scary.
Do you want to read this one? And then I'll read Savannah's little.
Sure.
Apparently she has interjections.
Sure,
you can
sure.
read this one.
May 1st. Subject, old friend. Non-haunt. Skeptic. Mild hesitation. I knew her. We came up in school together. She was the smartest, the prettiest, and nice. She didn't need to be, but she was. She talked to everyone about their lives, their friends and families, and she could remember it all. We used to joke that she had the whole town in her head. Maybe it was more true than we thought. When she died, part of the town died with her. Oh, they're talking about Charlotte. Mm-hmm. Okay. I know you want to ask about the hauntings, and rather you than someone else. You know me, but that stuff just doesn't sit... Sorry. You know that stuff just doesn't sit with me, but you come from good people. The truth is, she's just gone. Part of me wishes she was a ghost so I could go tell her my proper goodbyes. But anyways, that's silly for 2 reasons, since she's been made up to be such an angry ghost. I heard the stories just like you did. That's not Charlotte. Not the Charlotte I'd known. There was no evil in her.
Do you think what happened the night she died might have changed that?
It was an accident.
What if it wasn't?
Then she's Charlotte. She always was Charlotte.
Ooh, that's all very upsetting.
Is that supposed to be Charlotte?
Hi, Charlotte.
Hi, Charlotte.
What was that?
Shut up. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that one specifically. Nope.
There are ways to bypass certain hauntings in this game. Like
Yeah.
if you hit a different like movement marker rather than going like straight through something and
Yeah.
around.
Don't skip the ghosties. I want to see them.
I'm gonna see all of them.
I want to see all the ghosts.
Coins. Where are the coins?
We gotta go digging in someone's purse, I guess.
Can't check that off.
Oh, do we need to call Addison?
Yet.
Addison. Wait.
I love the cat for Addison. Yeah.
That's Scoop. No.
Scoop.
River Heights. No. Finster. Finster's kind of cool. The Finster.
Let's do Finster. Looks nice. Oh, shut up. That's scary. Also scary.
Look at the owl. So Addie.
Oh my gosh, that's really funny.
Hello?
Addison? My name
I've
is
never
Nancy
messed with them in
Drew.
this game.
I'm calling to see if you can help me with something.
Is this about Jessalyn?
Yeah.
Yes?
Specifically.
Can't. I'm sorry.
Why?
The sooner we can find out what happened to her, the better her chances of survival.
Okay. I'll help with what I can.
How's Jessalyn's relationship with Clara?
Okay. Maybe a little strained.
Really?
How so?
Jess used to call her Chairman Mom. Behind her back, of course.
What do you think of Colton?
What's to think? He's always been decent to me and Jess.
Can you walk me through what happened the night Jessalyn went missing?
She was about to get married, and I think the pressure of it was getting to her. It was supposed to be a night of blowing off some steam. Jess always loved a good scare. She used to make me sneak into scary movies with her when we were kids. So, in a weird way, spending the night searching for a ghost sort of made sense for a bachelorette party. At first, it was really fun. We were running around trying to scare ourselves silly. We were making these recordings like we were on a ghost hunter show. Then, things got strange.
Like what?
Is there anything you remember that might help me find Jessalyn?
No. Actually, wait. Hang on. Upstairs, there was this door. Jess was desperate to get it open. Between you and me, I was relieved that she couldn't figure it out.
Really? Why?
I could feel eyes on me all night long.
Creepy.
What were you doing at Thornton Hall that night?
A scavenger hunt, but I don't know. There was something strange about it.
In what way?
Jess was looking for something toward the end of the night. Kinda desperately. It stopped being fun. That's all I know.
How was Jessalyn acting that night?
She was classic Jess for most of the night.
Then something happened?
Yeah. We were in the house and suddenly she just screams.
Jeez.
And then she's nowhere to be found.
What happened?
I was alone in the house, jumping at every noise, too afraid to move.
Wouldn't that be terrifying?
Felt like hours. Then she came back.
She came
She
back.
wouldn't say what had happened. She wouldn't even talk to me. She wanted to be left alone. She went downstairs, and that was that.
Girl, no, you find
said
out
things
what
got
happened.
strange. What did you mean?
It was her and me up in that freezing house, and I remember thinking, I'll never get to sleep. But then I started to feel fuzzy.
Fuzzy?
Like a ghost touched
Like
your
I was
brain.
underwater or something. And I noticed Jess was gone again. I wanted to get up and find her, but I couldn't move.
Jeez.
It was like this invisible hand was pinning me down. I heard a strange voice. It wasn't Jess. Then it was the morning. I was alone and Jess was gone.
Do you think Clara could have anything to do with Jesselyn going missing?
I don't
I
think
don't
so.
think Jess was afraid of Clara. But still, I can't say for sure.
You said you heard a voice.
Charlotte. I'm sure of it.
Did she say anything?
She sang. I only heard a little bit.
The bedroom key is crossed out in the scavenger hunt. Do you know where it is?
Just had it.
No. Jesselyn must have found it, but I couldn't tell you where it is.
Would you consider yourself a believer in the paranormal?
I am now.
If you'd asked
Yeah.
that last week, I would have made some crack about Bigfoot.
And now.
And now?
And now I'm going to say that I don't believe.
Oh, yeah?
Because I'm afraid if I let myself believe, I'll be opening a door that no one can close.
We're past that point, my
Did you
dear.
I
notice
know,
any
right?
Your friend
secret
got abducted by a
passages
ghost.
or tunnels while you were at the house?
No. But it was so drafty in there, it would surprise me if there weren't.
Ghosts make it cold.
I better
It
get
likes
going.
it cold.
Bye.
Okay.
Well, that was a terrifying conversation.
So that's fun.
Like, I'm smiling, but that's so freaky.
Yeah.
There is so much. Red means a lot, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot happening in the cotton room. I don't like that. So, does Nancy suspect Clara?
A little bit.
Well, I guess if you're standing like that, that makes sense. I don't know, man. We need to find coins, right? That's what we're
We
looking
do
for.
need to find coins, but we also need to fix that smudge on the painting. So let's go do that.
Oh, how are we gonna do that? With the
We're gonna
citrus?
use some paint thinner
Oh,
on a napkin.
you're so smart.
There's something back
A
there.
naked man.
Not
Oh, he's
naked.
not naked. Okay.
What is that?
That's a different
Those
tombstone.
Graves?
That also is a woman. Looks like
Someone
Clara.
was in the background of this painting. This painting is supposed to be of Clara. In
But
case
that
you
looks like
couldn't
Clara back there.
figure that out. But that also looks like Clara back there with another tombstone. And it happens to be near a statue that looks like this, which we have seen
In the graveyard.
also.
That's
Make
it.
yourself blind. Call Charlotte home. I need to figure out what this means.
Even ghosts have their favorite haunts. Charlotte requests a meeting with you. Recite a rhyme with dreadful meter, where dreadful meter is at its peak. Make yourself blind, don't dare peek. Call Charlotte home and hear her speak. She may just let you live.
Well, that's terrifying. Somebody left that note. We're clearly seeing haunted things, and Nancy hasn't talked about it at all.
Nancy doesn't talk about it. Nancy's gonna drink some tea.
I
I'm
need to add
worried
some
about it.
tea first.
Okay.
No,
Put it in the
put
bottom
the
so
sugar
then
in
it
first.
dissolves.
Yes, exactly. That's how I always make it.
Mint tea.
Ghosties.
Where dreadful meter is at its peak. But I want to get this going first, so... What were we just doing?
We
That.
thinned the paint. We're going to the graveyard.
To check that statue.
Gotcha. There.
Ah, what's over here? An
54.
empty, completely blank one, and then 54 souls.
Oh, is that the tombstone for everybody that died?
Good job.
Thank you.
Cause, yup.
Wanna hear a ghost? Check it out.
Normally it's followed by story. Wanna hear a ghost?
Oh god.
All right, that's cool. It sounds like the T-Rex is now a ghost.
Do people really come here trying to meet Charlotte's ghost?
Wanna hear a ghost?
Around the time Charlotte's ghost was driving the family away, the stories started to spread. Little
a little
kids
kid being like,
around
"Watch
here
this."
started playing this game to scare themselves silly. They'd turn off the lights and say, "Fire's so red, night's so black. Dear sweet Charlotte, please come back."
They made her into the
over
Candyman.
and over again
Love it.
until they just about scare themselves to death. It was just a game, but that's when people started jumping the fence at night hoping to meet her, saying that same silly rhyme.
Meter.
Most would just come and go in peace.
Dreadful,
But
dreadful
the ones
leader.
who found her, it messed them up real good. A couple even went into shock.
Dang.
I found a set of graves without names on the markers.
That is where our troubles began.
The death of the
What
factor
happened?
people.
Most of the family would rather it never come up. Our first factory was right here on the island. At the time, it made us a lot of money. But along the way, we got greedy. Never built a place for the workers to stay. They'd bed down right on the processing floor. Nothing
So
for heat in the
uncool,
winter,
man.
so the workers built fires inside.
Dang.
One winter, there was a wicked cold snap. They built a couple of extra big fires, and in the night, the fumes built up. None of them ever woke up again.
Oh, that's
That's
so
when we
sad.
split in two. Half saying this will never happen again, and half saying accidents happen. Grieve and move on.
I mean,
I
it
saw
was an
something I can't
accident,
explain
but
in the
that
house.
shouldn't have had to
That's
happen.
why you
I was
couldn't
gonna
get
say
me in
it
there.
came from the fact it came from gross negligence,
Yeah.
and that's why it's like, all right.
No, that's so sad. So, like, who was the one keeping them there working all the time? Was it
Jeb.
It was Jeb.
It was Jeb. He built the factory, and Sarah took care of them. And they
Right.
were like, yeah, of course, they'll sleep right there, just whatever. And then it got too cold, and like the conditions were bad. So then Sarah did what she could if they were sick, if they needed her, kind of thing. Whereas Jeb was like, no, do the mill. And I've never been able to understand the context. Like, I've never known the context as to whether they were slaves or workers. They always refer to them as workers. So I assume they're like
But at this point,
free people.
are they on the island?
Yeah.
Okay, so
So
I was
that
gonna
factory's
say,
on the island,
Might be
we are
hard
now-
to go home.
That too. And that's the thing. They didn't build a place for them to stay, and they're on this island.
Yeah.
Like, they're not able to commute. Because I think Jeb and Sarah were like in the late 1800s, early 1900s.
Yeah, that's what it
Because
seems.
Charlotte was alive in like almost present to here. Like, she
Yeah.
didn't die until like I think like maybe 20 years ago at the most, which is very soon
Yeah.
when you think of like this ghost haunting this old Victorian house. Like, she's actually a recent ghost. It's a very jarring like realization, because the first time I played it, I didn't put together that she was like
that
I was just
soon to
playing
now.
because I'm like, ooh, it's spooky, ooh, it's fun, and my mom was kind of playing it, and then I played it later, and I was like taking in all the information, and I was like, oh no, she died like 18 years ago. Like, she's not an old Victorian, because also she's wearing this big dress, which
Big
we'll
dress,
learn
yeah.
why later.
I was like that right now. That is what I would assume.
Right? Yeah.
Like that she's from back in this original, like when everybody died.
But that's the thing. She was Clara's cousin.
Right.
She's Wade's cousin.
She didn't die back then. She died at a different time.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll meet someone else later that you'll be like, oh, okay.
Here for nothing.
I don't believe in ghosts, but
That don't stop you from feeling them. Would you believe my happiest memories live in that house? Christmases and long summer nights stargazing on the roof.
That is cool.
have you always been a ghost hunting enthusiast?
I'm not exactly enthusiastic about the dead, no offense meant.
That's funny.
But yes, I do find it interesting.
Why?
Life is a quest for truth, is it not? And death has a way of stripping away all pretensions.
That's pretty philosophical for a guy wearing boots.
You Northerners don't have a lock on big thinkers. We
What?
got plenty. Like Roscoe J. Redbrook and the Gimble Tucky Boys, and I dare you to say their lyrics don't equal those of the Greek poets.
That's funny.
And we got that old guy with the white suit and the chickens. Point is, I like ghosts because they show me what is, not what I want to see. And wearing boots don't make you stupid. Makes you smart if it's muddy.
I was gonna say some of the smartest people I know are very like blue collar workers.
Yeah.
Because they're not like Wall Street smart, but they are like smart.
They're just smart.
Yeah.
Like, you talk to them and you're like, oh, wow, you have like such a brain.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
to work hard, but it's a trade. You're not doing the anyways. That's a whole other tangent.
It's just a
Nancy saying that was like, just doesn't mean he can't be philosophical. I get the trope of
Yeah,
like, you're
yeah.
a hard worker, you're not a big thinker. But
Well,
also,
it's also, I don't even think it's like supposed to be like a blue collar thing. I think it's supposed to be just like you're just like some dude standing in a graveyard,
Yeah.
like just some
somebody wearing boots just
Dude.
didn't make sense to me.
No,
I took
so-
it the most
pretty
negative way.
philosophical for a guy wearing boots.
Yeah.
Wearing boots don't make you stupid, makes you smart.
Do you have a
It's
key
muddy.
to the crypts?
It's one of my
Sorry.
favorite lines. He does not have a key.
When did the factory accident happen?
Oh, here.
That was more than 100 years
More
ago.
than 100
and we
years
still
ago,
can't
the
move
factory
on.
burned down.
That's why
Or
this
not
house
burned-
still stands, I think. Until we Thorntons decide
Carbon monoxide
where we're gonna
poisoning.
be, we're stuck on this island. You should see it on a summer day when the ocean and the sky are sharing the same blue and the grass is bright. But here it is, gray and dark, under all the misery we've heaped upon it.
You don't seem like a bad guy. Can you tell me why you ended up in jail?
Yeah.
You really want to know?
I do.
I stole a
Then
book.
listen. I don't care if you believe me, but keep this to yourself.
What?
Okay.
I wasn't close to the company then. Still ain't, but I heard through a friend of the guy down the way. You know how it goes. I heard that our processing plant in town was up to its old tricks, hiring people who couldn't afford to quit and treating them beyond bad.
Sorry.
Locking them in to meet quotas and such. I asked Clara. She denied, naturally. But it made her so
Locking them
mad,
in to
I
meet
asked.
quotas.
I had to go check it out myself. I went in the middle of the night, and right away I saw it was true.
Oh no.
The exit was padlocked, right in plain view of the world, and no one cared. I broke in, that's true. I was furious. I broke one of the big machines, that's true too. So there it is. I stood up, and boy, did I get knocked down.
So
You must
she
be
got him
pretty
arrested
mad
for
at Clara.
vandalizing.
You don't even know the half of it.
I'd better get going.
Adios.
You have probably heard me say that a
Adios.
million times.
That's from him.
And that's why.
Oh, okay.
I say adios
A lot.
all the time.
Yeah.
And it's because of this game.
I'm really enjoying this one. Not that I've disliked a Nancy game, but
But
I'm really enjoying this.
This one's good.
Yeah.
Like, this one's real good.
I also am trying to be so intentional about, like I said, logging things. I want to remember. I want to feel smart.
No, I totally get it, because it took me a long time before I actually was able to do that with these.
And now I kind of like,
Nancy.
oh, hi. I can follow kind of what the game wants me to do. here.
Exactly. You kind of understand the thing. Like, I started playing them when I was 10, and I was just like, oh, they're fun. Like, my friend Therese was the first person who introduced me to them, and it was, my first one was Legend of the Crystal Skull, which we will play on this channel one day. And that one's, like, one of the spookier ones. So I was like, this is great. It has a warning at the beginning that says, if you are in, and it has this rain sound effect that starts, because the whole thing takes place over one night, and it's raining and the whole time, and you are in New Orleans.
Okay.
And they all have accents like this. It's so much fun. And it has warning. If you are not playing, essentially it says you should use headphones, and if it's not dark out, draw the shades and shut off all the lights. If it is dark out, don't put anything on. Like, don't have
Okay.
anything happening. Just play in the dark. It's
That's
so cool.
That's such a cool, like, memo before you start the game.
Is
like,
there
hey,
anything
enhance
else
it.
I
It's
should
so
know
cool.
that might help me find Jesselyn?
Yeah. Keep a suspicious eye on Wade.
All right, these cousins
Wade
don't
didn't
like
seem
each
all
other.
that dangerous to me.
He neglected to tell you about his
I was
time
gonna
spent
say-
in jail, I see.
I didn't
As
remember
a
the
matter
jail
of
part.
fact,
Wade's a nice guy when he wants to be. And only when he wants to be. I'm happy we have another set of eyes looking for Jesse. But I do hope you know what you're getting yourself into.
what's the story with the locked room upstairs?
It's Charlotte's. We don't go in there.
It might help me figure out what's going on if I could take a look around.
Best of luck. That door locked itself up tight the day of her funeral. There's not a key in this world that'll open it.
And that's what
I've
Justin was
tried.
trying to get in.
I saw something really strange.
I did too.
What do you think that was?
Excuse me, I need to be alone.
Crap, I forgot that was going to do that.
Did you have more to say?
Okay.
Wade said you're the reason he went to jail. Is that true?
No. Wade is the reason Wade went to jail.
He said you were the one who pressed charges.
Well, isn't he the chatterbox when it suits him?
Is that true?
Yeah, it is. What he doesn't get, what no one gets, is that I meant well. No matter how he explained it to you, he broke the law. He broke into the factory, he damaged thousands of dollars of equipment, and scared the workers half to death.
But he did it because
I didn't
you
think
were
he'd go
locking
to
them in
jail,
there to
though.
work.
And he knows that.
What did you think would happen?
I thought community service. An officer to keep him away from his crooked friends so he would finally straighten up. I planned on dropping the charges, but once the ball got rolling, I lost control of it.
Uh-oh.
Wade ended up sitting across from a judge who wanted to make an example. And that was that.
And that's why you
Wade
don't
has wanted
get
his
your brother
revenge
or your
ever
cousin
since.
arrested.
I even... It's stupid. I even suspected him of taking Jesselyn to get back at me.
Oh.
But he'd never do something like that. I mean,
So we're
I
not going to
don't
bring up the
think.
worker thing to her.
Everyone else seems to be avoiding
Not,
the
at least not
house.
yet.
Why
Okay.
are you in here?
you'll think I'm crazy.
Not after the day I've had.
I've seen
Fair
a ghost.
enough. I guess I want to be close to whatever it is that took Jesselyn.
Who else was in that old portrait with you?
Haha, it's me.
You know, hun, we had that covered up for a reason. I can't talk about it. Not right now. Please, just leave me be.
No, I have more
Hello.
questions.
Okay. Sometimes they do that and you can't talk to them again for a while, and
Oh,
I'm like,
that
oh
sucks.
crap!
Let me talk to you.
I've heard about the ghost, but can you tell me anything about the real Charlotte?
My cousin. But everyone thought we were sisters.
Oh, so it's her in the back
She
of the portrait.
died here. Joined the
think
old
so.
family, as they
No.
used to say. When I was a little girl, my mama used to say, after we Thorntons passed, we'd keep on
might
living
know what it
right
is.
here. Every night would be a
Nancy with black
beautiful
hair.
ball with songs and cute boys to dance with. She wasn't trying to scare me to death, but nonetheless, I did not sleep well on story nights.
It does sound a little eerie.
That was back when Thornton Hall was pretty. Now, I don't even want to entertain the thought.
Did your mother say much else about the ghosts here?
Too much. If she thought there was a ghost about, she'd fall to pieces being so sad.
Sad? Most people are afraid of ghosts.
She had this weird belief that Thornton ghosts aren't around forever.
Oh, really?
They got a short time to make their peace. If they don't, they get bitter, real mean and nasty, until they forget everything that made them human.
That's so sad.
And then they slip into the cracks of the world to live with the others.
The others?
The lost souls from an accident that happened here years back. Mama called them hungry shadows.
Oh.
Why?
I don't want to know. She said they were all tangled together, lost and scared.
Well, they're
and
all under
mean.
one tombstone. So
My
maybe
mama
that's
was
part
a
of
good woman.
Yeah.
But dang, if she didn't scare me half to death with a regularity.
See you later.
Okay,
See you
bye-bye.
later, hun.
Thank you, Clara.
Can't do that right now.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That's her suitcase, or her briefcase.
Oh, we're gonna steal her suitcase and talk to her?
We might be doing that later.
Nice. Thank you, Nancy. Lemony mint tea. Do you
Yum.
just make tea for fun?
Yeah, every time.
it's required.
That's almost off the charts. This must be the place.
So this is where all those tangled souls are.
Fires so red, nights
Yeah,
so
pretty much.
black.
I mean, that's where they
Dear
died.
sweet Charlotte, please come back. What's going on? Where are you taking me?
Uh-oh.
Tell me, who are you?
Nancy, I'm here to help
Where are
Jesselyn.
I'm confused what's happening.
You live. Mind you, a good one.
What?
One reason to spare me. Give it to me now. The spirits are growing impatient with my mercy.
I'm here to
Which
find
one?
Jesselyn. That's it, I'm leaving. I'm here to find Jesselyn.
I'm here to find Jesselyn. That's reason enough.
Foolish, but come.
Okay.
Remove the blindfold.
Did we just request to go in the room?
Who are you?
Harper,
Whoa.
can I trust you?
Hey, Harper.
Can you be trusted?
Yes.
Do you work here, Harper?
Well, that depends. Can
No.
you be trusted?
That's a no now, isn't it? You'll be wanting to know why I am hiding under the house.
These characters
That
look so
would be
good,
at the
by
top
way.
of my list of questions. Yes.
It's because I don't want anyone up there to find me.
Why not?
It is undeniably frigid here. Cold as the crypts themselves. I'll build a fire, and the fire will build some smoke, and the smoke will build some rain.
Are you ignoring
Okay.
my question?
Not ignoring, no.
around
Elongating
it.
the moments in between the asking and the hearing. Pausing for effect.
Okay.
Okay. Could you tell me now?
A moment, hon.
She's
It's
odd.
because I'm a grandly unbalanced sociopath.
Oh, it's
with
her
delusions
sister.
of grandeur
Harper.
and a history of erratic behavior and violent tendencies. My family resents me. They have publicly said that I am a freak. People in the town point and stare. The neighborhood children used to call me Witch Lady
Look at your
until my
hair.
dedication to the ironic led me to bake cookies for the sweet darlings.
That's
But it was my love of the dramatic reversal that won out in the end, and I threw the little runts down a well.
Harper!
You what?
Oh, I'd never do such a thing. But it would be funny. Not funny, haha, but funny. Help, I'm in a well.
She's
So
nuts.
that's
I
me.
love her.
Tell me about you. I bet you're fascinating.
I bet you're
Oh, wait,
fascinating.
shut it. I forgot the most important thing. Do not tell anyone I am down here. If you do, I'll just do something rotten. Here, take this.
That's a rock. Oh, it's a cloth,
now.
a paper, a note, a napkin. I don't know what we got.
We have been deposited back where we started.
So did you click on the door and that's how all that happened? Okay.
No. So I put on the blindfold.
You had a blindfold?
Yeah, one of the napkins. I got a
okay.
fresh napkin, and that was what our blindfold was. That's what she was holding out to us.
Why did we put the napkin on?
Because the letter that is no longer in our inventory apparently
Right? No,
said
I saw.
Blindfold yourself and go to where the meter is at its peak.
Oh,
And the
okay.
meter
I forgot what the letter
was
told
this
us
little
to do.
guy.
See, this is what I'm saying. I forgot to log it.
It's hard.
Gotcha.
Okay, so it hasn't told me.
I should look for those portraits.
To find me again, look to the portraits.
The letters must be what that note was
There are
referring
letters
to.
here.
All right, now to find all the others.
Edis.
Oh. Whoa.
Ah. Okay.
Oh, so all of the portraits have these on them?
Yeah, all of the portraits have little like letters and numbers.
When did they get put there?
At some point in their painting process.
That's silly. Why would they do that? None of these are going to spell anything. We're gonna have to go and figure it out with the tombstones, aren't we?
Now I should be able
No.
to figure
Okay.
out what the code means.
I can't believe I can't find the freaking coins. Where are the coins?
Cotton, gin, get seeds. Cannibal.
Right?
Balance.
That's
Scales?
it.
Huh. That would have taken me a while for the last one.
It's not where I meant to go, and her briefcase isn't here or anything yet.
Okay, cotton, gin, get seeds, balance, scales.
Yes.
Is that like a list of instructions to do in order, or is that something we get to do all at once?
How do I get this working again?
Cotton, gin, get
I
seeds.
need to put the combs on first.
Oh god, okay.
This is a puzzle. It worked. It worked. Nope. Did not work.
Good. But I'm next one, so I'm taking one first.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Gotcha. Got the long game.
Play along here. That might work.
No, 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 no. That works.
Okay.
Let's open it.
Okay.
What? Nice.
Okay.
You've done it.
Now, cotton goes over there, okay. Seeds come out down here.
So we get seeds.
Done. That's
And
all
we
of
need
the
to
seeds.
balance some scales.
Yes.
Scales.
I have to find a way to balance
Oh.
these scales.
Can't move the stuff around, can we? Oh, I see. Hey, no. It's just off. Do the numbers actually come up to like a weight number?
Yeah. So like
okay.
I had to make them even by putting a certain amount on 6 and a certain amount on 5, 4, and 1.
I gotcha. We've opened the passage to the place where all the souls are. That is a chicken's egg.
Easter egg! So we're in a tunnel.
Backpack.
Phantomlet.
Backpack. Oh, from the Phantom one in Venice.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Not actually, but like it's just like a phantom because we used the AMF reader to find it.
I gotcha.
Alright.
Clothes.
Half of a key!
The key to the crypt.
The Thornton family tree.
Yes.
Might come in handy.
I'm gonna take a picture of this.
Oh, we're gonna need this.
Yeah.
There
There's
are
a lot of stuff that I should be writing down and I haven't, and I should.
This looks like Savannah would have written this, but Savannah wasn't here. Because
We're
she
gonna-
knows, like, the lore of the family.
Yeah. I ate the random chocolate bar.
Oh, nice.
Wedding notes. You know my mom and you know me, so when you look over this list, don't forget the crazy requests are not mine. My one request is that you show up and wear a suit. What follows is a list of demands from on high. Also, tell your mom that I'm fine doing whatever, but she's got to go toe-to-toe with my mom about any changes. She will, trust me. Let's just try not to be near that.
Who's writing this? Is it
So,
him or her?
black is Jesselyn.
'Kay.
Red is Colton.
Colton. Okay.
So here goes. Your groomsmen, no beards or piercing or tattoos, and they should all be wearing the exact same shade of black. That is just not going to happen since I made the mistake of having friends with personalities. No wedding DJ. It has to be a band and not Brian's band. No one likes wedding DJs. I already told Brian his band could play. They'll behave this time. I'll make sure of it. Table cards. Go talk to my mom about this. She'll make you pick out which ones you like. Pick the second set she shows you. If you pick the first or last, she'll assume you weren't paying attention. It doesn't matter what you pick, but I doubt that you care. Do not care at all. My mom wants to mix all the guests up at the wedding so people mingle. It is up to you to stop that from happening. No one likes that because it is a stupid idea.
It's always a stupid idea.
Not looking forward to that. She's going to try to get you to force me to uninvite a few of my friends. Obviously not going to. When she tries, just say, I'll try, but you know how Jess gets. Why can't you deal with this yourself? Why all of this stuff about your mom? She does realize I'm not marrying her, right?
Aw.
Menu. Passed, I guess?
Like, it's accepted.
I guess. Cucumber tea sandwiches, caramelized onion pecan tart, quail egg and caviar over scallop mousseline, chilled strawberry soup in balsamic clouded etched ice ramekin. Balsamic clouded etched ice? Did you hire one of those molecular gastronomy guys? Okay. Courses: pecan encrusted trout with greens and new potatoes, braised short rib, poached peach, fried yam tartine. Tartine, I think.
Tartine?
Why not fried chicken and cheesy shrimp, grits, or mac and cheese? That's what everyone's going to want. Why make everyone eat food that requires appreciation? Shouldn't this be fun? Dessert: brioche and dark chocolate pudding served with white pepper ice cream. What? Multi-tiered white-on-white cake with fresh berries. Reception: caterer's choice of bar snacks. We need to reserve a block of rooms for the wedding. My mom will provide you a list of the things she'll want with regard to the rooms. No, just one list. The list can't have an item that is another list. Is wedding prep a stress test to see if you really want to get married? Is that what this is? Because that has to be what this is.
I mean, he obviously doesn't like her mom, and she's asking him to deal with things, so she has to stop dealing with so many things. So I get her perspective. It sounds like he's being a little bit of a butt about it because he already knows her and her mom.
Yeah.
But I understand the frustration as well. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of like, expect it, get through it, and then you can live your life.
Yeah. Well, can't get in there.
Is Harper impressed that we found her?
I think she will be. Charlotte's cryptic obsession with Jackson was indeed grave. Was she in search of something lost, or lost in the search itself? And who was this Jackson? They say dead men tell no tales, but that isn't true, now is it? That phrase itself came from a man who is now dead and still telling tales and letting his thoughts go traveling through humanity like hitchhikers patiently waiting to get to the next town.
Goodness.
Who is Jackson indeed? What's he hiding, and who put it there? Was it Charlotte?
Who is Jackson?
I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I have no clue what that is talking about.
Okay. So the backpack that we found with all the notes and stuff in it, was that supposed to be Jesselyn's backpack?
That's Jesselyn's backpack.
So are we to assume that she's come down through here and Harper is either harboring or helping her hide?
I mean, that's a good theory.
Harper didn't say a thing about it.
Yeah.
Well, I guess she just kind of let us hear, and then we haven't talked to her since.
Cat did that. Did
So that key is only half a key, you said? We have to
I
find
think
another
so.
half?
Can't check.
Dang it.
Can't check that. Still haven't done that.
Find Jesselyn. We'll find that for a minute.
Yeah, right? Key part, yeah.
Ah. Why can't keys just come as one whole thing? I've never bought half a key.
Roger and Marie, side by side from the day they married to the day they died. Both real sweet. Charlotte and Harper's parents.
Okay.
May they rest in peace.
And they're the ones that went down in the plane. Yeah, Mariana. To the day they died.
So they were cousins of the Thorntons, so they were still part of the family business.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Dear
That's
sweet
Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Dear sweet Charlotte, please come back.
1989.
It's a sad inscription.
It was a sad time. None of us wanted to see her leave.
And this game came out like 2015.
She was only 20.
Maybe earlier. Yeah, she was very young. It was, she died on her 21st birthday.
Oh. girl.
Mm-hmm.
And have they said how she died?
Sarah. That's Sarah. So 1800s. I was right. Late 1800s. Late 1800s.
Late 1800s.
She died in a fire.
And it was here. And they said that at the beginning of the game.
I believe they say that very early. She died in a fire on the Thornton property.
Okay. Hot dang.
Beauregard Thornton.
Beauregard Thornton. Mean old codger.
That's it.
That's all you need to know. He was on the evil side of the roots, I suppose.
This blank one is my favorite.
Yeah.
Why is that?
It's gonna be yours.
Who doesn't want a celebrity in the family?
Yeah.
Especially one that rubs all the wrong people the wrong way. The Gray Lady. In the Civil War, they say she was a spy. Passing codes for the North. If you look, you can find some of her contraptions here. Her service gave the Thornton family this land.
Yeah.
So she was one of the spy ladies we wrote about who passed for the
Stone.
Union.
Harper.
Indeed. She ran away shortly after Charlotte died. Long enough that we thought we'd lost her too. One day she walked in the front door looking wild and thin as a spring sapling. Never said where she was. Her granddaddy was so mad he left the stone to remind her of what she'd put them through. She'd sit out there and read. Don't know if it was spite or if it made her feel at home. Knowing her, probably both.
Harper's alive.
Mm-hmm.
They think she's dead?
No, so he just said
Sorry.
she ran away the day after Charlotte died.
Oh, and he said when he laid his stone. I got it.
But
Sorry.
This
is what he was
enough
talking
to make
about.
us think we lost her too.
Tombstone.
Mm-hmm. May Newton. Ruby Newton. A spark at birth, a flame in life, a quiet ember in the night. Rosalie, we already learned about. That was Clara's mother. Luther.
Luther, my daddy. Mama called him the king of slamming doors. He had a hot temper, but a soft heart, and no mind for business. He wasn't
wore boots.
intuitive. He brought me out here to the stones at night. Taught me how to open my eyes, shut up, and listen. You rest well, Daddy.
You tell him. Wade?
Virginia,
Wade.
my mother. Rest her soul.
Can you tell me anything about her?
Well, she's
Just that
gone,
I
but
miss
never
her.
forgotten.
And I always will.
Okay.
Oh.
I would like to know more. I'm sorry. I think that's not enough.
No, some stuff they give you a lot of information. Some he says literally nothing. So
I guess I don't need to know about those.
yeah. Oh,
Where's Colt?
Colton is gone.
Colton.
Clara, what do you
Nancy.
have to say?
There's a strange woman in the basement.
Oh, you told her?
What? That can't be right.
I swear, Harper was there.
Nancy, I've got enough to deal with. Stop playing games or I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
Oh no.
Okay, then.
I swear she was there.
She was there.
Oh, I'm an idiot. There's the coins.
Oh, yay, coins. You got it. So now we're going to make a
Time
battery.
to recharge the battery.
Oh, it's for the phone. I get it now.
All right. Let's see if all those oranges did the trick.
That is so funny.
Yep, and so that's charging.
Ooh.
Hello.
I swear she was there.
Can you tell me a little about Harper? It seems like you two really didn't get along.
She's the crazy cousin.
She blamed me for what happened to Charlotte.
blamed you.
On some level, she was convinced it was me.
Why?
I let it go at first. She was just torn to shreds about the whole thing. But the more time went by, the more disturbed she got. She was obsessed with the idea that I had stolen part of Charlotte's locket.
Oh, we have a necklace
What
here.
kind of locket?
I never figured out what she was talking about. One night, she followed me out onto the widow's walk. When I got near the railing, she pushed, and I fell. By the time I got out of the hospital, she was gone. I can't say I wasn't relieved.
Harper really was down there. I'm not making things up.
Harper
What do
is
you want from me?
actually crazy.
Nothing. I just want to find Jesselyn, like you.
Then no more games now, okay?
I'm telling the truth.
Nancy, enough. Just go away.
Alright, I'm sorry.
I feel like we've made her mad.
I'll make you some tea to calm down.
Do you get like an achievement if you make enough tea?
Oh, yeah.
Actually?
Yeah. Oops, I drank it. Okay.
Oops, I
Ooh.
drank it. More.
There once was a ghost who could only write notes. She lived in the walls and loved to float. She stood in the waves when you stepped off your boat. She skipped through the graves and to you she wrote, push glass vessels and find me in below. I sometime before E, but sometime after B. O not first, L is third, E immediately before O.
I don't know how to fix this.
I'm pretty sure I just know the answer to that.
Is that a man? I can't really see it.
Can't see anything in the room. Yeah, it's what I thought it was.
Is that the door that's stuck closed?
Yeah.
Oh, dang. Well, I'm just gonna leave that alone. I don't want to bother that spirit.
I'm just gonna not deal with that right now.
I got kind of a lot going on
I
at the
need to
moment.
follow the instructions from the note.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I believe the solution is Billio.
Okay.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, B, C, D, E, M, N, O. Oh crap, that reset it. Dang it. E, F, G, H, I, L, E. Oh, yeah. Billio. Secret passage!
Nice.
Yes! Sweet.
What was I supposed to
We're near
think?
the house. Crawl space.
One day you were just gone.
It's Colton. I better listen.
Lexi.
Lexi?
And I hope you understand how much that makes me hate you right now.
Who's Lexi?
Who is Lexi?
Well, now I'm mad. Who's Lexi?
Ooh, a camera.
It's
Ooh.
Barbie's.
Thornton Hall. Here I am, Thornton. A pile of dirt. A coffin. That.
A barrel.
Drawing
on a pillar.
Thing.
A
An
wall.
opening.
The T.
And that's it. We'll take that.
This looks like one of the
dirt.
pictures from Jesselyn's camera. There must be something
Oh,
hidden
of course
here.
it was Jesselyn's. What died under here?
A small box.
What's happening?
Uh-oh.
I better get some rest.
No
Did we
offense,
just pass
but
out?
you sound really tired.
Been burning the midnight oil at both ends?
Feels like it. I must have slept through the day. But I still feel exhausted.
Maybe you should pace yourself a bit.
I know.
Where did we
Wait,
sleep?
hang
The
on.
floor?
Hang on.
There's no room for us.
Couch.
Is there a
Okay.
ghost?
Also, there's
No,
a sleeping bag.
I see
but-
something. Call you back later.
Because, like, in previous games, we've had to, like, put Nancy to bed.
Yeah, exactly. A flower is a joy when it thrives, a burden when death arrives. Gather your dried petals where immortality resides. Place a flower where she stands before the stone turns to dust. She will tell you what she can, away and back to earn her trust.
Place a flower where she stands.
Yeah, where the heck do I get a flower?
The outside.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
Okay. Chill.
Oh, you're not charged yet? Dang it, what else do I have to do?
I do not care if she's an adult. She's my daughter.
I should listen.
She's not a runaway. She'd never do that to us. No, no, no. It's not cold feet. It's not running away. Someone took her. She is in danger out there. Do something.
She sounds pretty upset.
Yeah.
You think?
Yes.
Hey, Clara. Oh, by the way, this is the best time to show you this option. This is the first game that introduced the skip dialogue option.
Ah,
So
nice.
when you're replaying, it's great.
I'd better get
Bye.
Isn't that awesome?
I do like
You
that.
could have found a way.
Oh.
It's Colton. I better listen.
Lexi,
Who is
I know you
freaking
still
Lexi?
care about me. I want to see you when this is all over. I know. All I said is I want to see you. Then why did you pick up the phone? Just to
It sounds like he's talking to Lexi.
Yeah, no kidding.
Did you listen in on my call?
Who is Lexi?
What are you talking about?
The girl you were on the phone with?
You don't know what you heard. You understand me?
I think she is someone important to you.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah,
Your
cheater.
fiance is missing, and the way you're talking to this Lexi...
You want a conversation? Fine.
I do.
I love Lexi.
Do you want one?
I want to spend my life with her.
You're engaged.
That was based on a lie.
Dang.
Clara, my parents, even Jessalyn. They were all in on it.
Jessalyn? Are you sure?
She'd have to be. I mean, I haven't considered that she might not be yet. Before Jess and I got together, I was with Lexi. Until one day she called and said it was over. She wouldn't even see me.
Dang.
Then, she was gone. And now I find out. My parents pushed her away, and Clara pushed me and Jess together. Mom and Dad wanted a piece of the Thornton fortune, and Clara wanted a piece of the Birchfield influence. So excuse me for being conflicted. I want Jessalyn safe, but...
I don't want to marry her. I get that, man.
Why are you here?
To try to forget something.
He helped her get away.
Forget what?
I guess it must have worked.
So, things would really work out for you if Jessalyn just disappeared.
Right?
Do you really want to ask me that?
Yes, I do.
Go away. Now. Not now.
He won't talk to us anymore. That's really funny.
Oh.
Oh! Better copy this design.
First of its kind across the bottom.
Like a special shape.
This looks
Where
like
do
a
we get?
picture
Oh,
from
yeah,
the
yeah.
camera.
Oh. This is where Lexi lives.
The numbers along the edges should help me arrange
gosh.
the tiles correctly.
Oh, no.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
This is going to be hard.
Yeah.
Did you forget about this puzzle?
I just forgot how hard it is.
Okay, so walk me through. What are you trying to do, and how does it work?
Okay, so see these numbers at the bottom? See how, like, so both sides are gonna converge. So, like, one row is red, one row is blue. One column's red, one column's blue. So across this one, this is the easiest one to explain. I need 4 blue in this column and 4 red in this column. So I can go boom, 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 boom. Done. That makes it match, right? However, for things like this, you can do this. You can flip it because you can't have a red and a blue touching.
That's
or
too
you
much
can X
thinking.
them out. Or you can't have a red and a red touching and a blue touching. So that makes sense and that cancels those out. However, you can also just not have anything there.
That's too much thinking. I mean, this is one of those puzzles that has so many pieces to it that I can't go back to square one while I'm figuring out square 2. I lose my mind. I can't do these. I need to do like brain training games where I can get good at stuff like that, but I'm not good at them.
It's so freaking hard. Okay, a little jump start. I'll tell you that the first column at the left is completely full. For amateurs, it's red on the bottom and blue on the top. Good, I got that right. I'm gonna take a little more. I'm going to give myself 1 extra column. Red, blue, red. Okay, so let's make myself work real quick. Yeah, there's only 1 more blue and 1 more red. You can doing that. Okay, that. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Oh my god, I did it!
Good job!
I had a lot of hint help on that, but I did do it.
Bet you did it!
Oh, look, this is something that we aren't going to use for a long time.
Mom, 1867, right?
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 Bats.
We love a freaking bat.
Freaking love bats. It's Halloween. Snake plate.
Is that what
Snake
it's called?
sketch.
Oh! Hey, Shar. She died at a party.
That wasn't just my imagination.
There, she finally acknowledges the ghost.
There's something down there.
These stairs are not up to code. Like, oh my god. Half a key!
No.
Got it.
It's a
A
full
whole
key.
Oh, for the crypt. A key to the crypt, and we can go in the crypt with the crypt key. Film. Cameos. Can we go up or down the stairs?
No.
Hot dang, why not? They're stairs.
They're bad for you.
So? I mean, I know I complain they're not up to code, but still, I would like to use them.
So, have you noticed anything about this area? It's
Um,
decrepit.
yes. Am I supposed to notice
Almost
something
looks
else?
like it's been through some stuff, right?
Like a fire?
Uh-huh.
Was this Charlotte's house?
This is where Charlotte died.
Oh, that's really sad, actually.
Yup. Okay.
Would they have told me that, or are we just supposed to know that?
I think they tell you that at some point. I don't know, though.
I thought it just looked like a broken down old house. I wouldn't have guessed fire.
I also could be wrong.
Hey, yo. Harper. Nuts.
You.
Oh, why are you mad at me? Oh, because I told him about your hiding
I had
spot.
to come
get
out
it.
here because of you.
I still don't understand why you're hiding.
You don't know who these people are. You think you know who to trust, but you don't.
I trust
Bless you.
them far more than you.
Your funeral. You can tell them where I am, but I will always be one step ahead of you. Always.
Good to know.
You're looking for something in here, aren't you?
Keep your voice down. Do you want me to be found?
At this point, yes.
You do? Well then, gotta fly.
Oh, come on.
Yay! I need to get rid of her.
Oh, okay.
She'll be back under the house.
Violent outburst?
Okay. A dreary cloud descended over Main Street yesterday afternoon as services for Charlotte Thornton brought the downtown area to a complete standstill. A large group of mourners braved the pouring rain for a chance to pay their final respects to Miss Thornton before the private interment on the Thornton family's island estate. A beloved and charismatic member of the influential Thornton clan, Charlotte was fatally injured during a fire on the Thornton estate. Since news of her death, outpourings of grief have been seen throughout town, but none were as spectacular as what occurred during Charlotte's funeral service.
Oh.
Harper Thornton, sister to the deceased, was carried out of the service by local police following a violent outburst.
Uh-oh.
Witnesses allege Harper Thornton grew agitated during the services, causing thousands of dollars of damage and a few minor injuries. No witnesses are willing to comment to record, and Harper was later released without charges to the care of her family. It's understandable but unfortunate, said Chatham County Police Representative Ellison May. The young woman seemed concerned that justice hadn't been served in the case of her sister, and we do understand how upsetting that can be. Despite Miss Thornton's assertions, there is currently no evidence that what transpired that fateful night was anything more than an accident. We found no compelling evidence that would warrant further investigation, May continued. If that ever changes, we will, of course, investigate.
What does that say about the shakeup at Thornton Industries on the left?
With the future uncertain at Thornton, a palpable nervousness has permeated most discussions at Wally's Waffle Window. For as long as anyone can remember, Thornton Industrial Group has been the backbone of the Chatham County shoreline. Now, without an apparent heir ready to sit at the head of the board of directors, many are worried about the future of one of the largest employers in the region. There is hope that the Thornton family will resolve this quickly and without impacting the thousands of local jobs on the line, but it remains to be seen.
Interesting. So this was from 1989.
That looks important.
Oh, it's part of the shapes.
With the recent fall of the Berlin Wall.
Haha, we rhyme.
Okay. Flowers.
Oh, yay,
If I
flowers.
can
That's where
match
we
the
get them.
colors on the sides of each piece, I should be able to get this back in order.
Wait. Oh, I see. Okay, okay.
I have to remember how to do this.
All these in the open, right? Okay.
You have to tell me in order. You can make it as a design.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
No, I got you. I was trying to figure that out myself. I kind of figured it out.
Blue one, yellow over there. Patch there. You purple, long red. Okay. And this black blue without a G. Nope, I'm wrong. Completely wrong.
You need t-shirt blues. That's how I was going to say.
No, I need a long red, yellow, purple. This one. There we go.
You need the orange green right there. To go there.
Thank you.
Beauregard.
There you go.
Okay.
Yay! Ooh. Oh, we're looking for the one he has the picture of?
Yeah. This is what I want.
Oh.
Does it go on this one? Wait, does it go on this one?
Oh, I see, I see.
They're tangrams.
I used to do this on a totally different game, and it was one of my favorite things.
They're awesome.
Because, like, I could figure it out. It
Was the
something
one
that
that
I
was
could
on
do.
here.
Oh.
Yeah. There it is.
Oh! Another Easter egg.
Easter egg number 2. Reverse chicken ghost. Okay. Leave it on that one for now. First of its kind across the bottom, I think is this one. Because that's what it said under the snake sketch. It said
Wait,
first of its kind across the bottom.
Oh.
So I think that's going to be this one.
Why is that first of its kind?
Because it's the first one with 2 handles. So there's
Okay.
1 handle, 2 handles, 2 handles, 2 handles.
Okay, I get that.
You want to try this one?
Sneaky. Oh, are you about to watch me look pretty stupid?
It's just the thing. You said you know how to do them.
No, I have done them. I loved it when I did them, but like you're just about to
Right,
watch
yeah.
me look pretty stupid. Hold on, I can do this. I don't know if that's right, but we're always gonna try, right?
You gotta
We're always
try,
gonna
man.
try. I would like to put you here, and then we'll see what happens there. We'll see what happens there, and then no, I didn't mean to do that. And then there.
Yeah! Half of a
The
key!
missing
Woo-hoo!
piece. Now this key should
We got
work.
teeth.
Yeah.
So will that get us into the box we found under the house?
Yep.
Yay!
That is what that key is for, I think. I could not
can't
remember.
remember anything else we've come across
What's
that's
up?
locked.
You don't think Jesselyn's coming back, do you?
Yeah, I want to
What
see
are
that
you
scene.
implying?
Nothing. Just observing.
You want to know the truth so bad?
You're so
Yeah,
sassy,
I'm
Colton.
afraid she's never coming back. Happy?
Oh, okay.
Need
At least he
something?
said afraid.
Where do you
Yeah.
go when you're not out here?
Under the house.
Nowhere.
So, every once in a while you pop out of existence?
I walk around, looking for Jesselyn.
Do you know much about Harper?
I heard she's
nuts.
in some psych hospital or something. But that's all I know. I saw her around once in a while when I was a kid, but I don't remember much.
Did Jesselyn ever say anything about her?
Just that she seemed scared of her. Maybe they had a past. But I don't know.
So it was that line right there, the first time I played this and was like paying attention to the timeline, that I was like, wait, what? Because he is currently talking to me as an adult person. And he's like, yeah, I talked to Harper when I was a kid. Or like I'd see her around. And it's like, wait, how? If she was sister to Charlotte, who died years ago. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, wait, I am thinking about this completely incorrectly.
Yeah. I think I was, unless you had said something, I would have thought that on the same train and just been like mushing together 2 time periods that didn't belong in my brain.
Exactly, and that's what happened to me. And I remember that the first time I heard that and like actually realized what he had just said, I was like, oh.
That's so funny.
Aren't
Because
you
you can
worried
get
that your
through the game
parents
without
will
having to
Without
know that.
thinking about that, no.
Yeah.
Not after all they've done.
Until
It's
like the
time for
very
them to
end,
stop
there is
worrying
something.
about my approval. Because I am done looking for theirs.
Well, what do you think happened to Jesselyn?
Yeah, I'm trying to avoid thinking about it. I have my mind can get caught up in a real dark
She
place.
disappeared in the middle
You
of a
know,
ghost
when
hunt
things
in
around
Thornton
me
Hall.
get bad.
She
What
probably
do you
got
mean?
abducted by a ghost and she's dead, is the thought.
Ignore me. I've been up way too long.
Poor Colton. He's like dismissing his own feelings.
Do you know anything about Clara's past?
No. It's funny you ask.
Why is that?
I could tell Jess had something to tell me about Clara. She'd get so close and just stop dead.
She never told you anything?
I know Clara's mom died when she was young, and she ended up living with her cousin's family. But that's it.
Why is Lexi so important?
I've always felt a little out of step with the world.
I'm
When
different.
I met Lexi, it's like everything snapped into place. I don't know how else to put it.
And it wasn't the same with Jesselyn?
I do love her, but not in the way I tried to.
Aw.
Jess is my best friend, and always will be. If she ever comes home, and if she ever forgives me.
Aw, that's
See you
so
later.
sad.
I know, it really is.
The thing that does bum me out, though, is that he was going to marry Jess.
Yeah, he was. Because it felt like his only option.
And he shouldn't have. He should have just said, no, I won't. Like, that's not right for her or me.
Exactly.
Hi there.
Hey.
Do you think that what happened to Charlotte was an accident?
Dunno. The night before, I saw her take off into the night holding this little package like it was precious to her. The look on her face. I should have stopped her, said, "What is wrong?"
Mm.
Here, take this.
Is this Charlotte's?
Yes.
Thank you, Zelda.
Do you know what this is? Can you tell me what it's for?
Maybe that's enough for now.
So now we have 2 pieces of a puzzle that we've already completed.
Well, this thing is gonna be for we're gonna have to do it again.
No.
I know. This is supposed to just tell me how to play it, which I knew how to do.
Clara told me that she never intended for you to go to jail.
Don't believe that.
Why not?
Because it ain't true.
We are feuding.
She used to come visit just to laugh at me through the glass. That was the price of hearing about home.
What can you tell me about
So
Charlotte?
sucky.
Charlotte was something special. Just like our Jessalyn. She had the most beautiful voice. When she sang, it was like sunlight busting through fog.
Sounds like you were close.
She was the talented one of the bunch. You can still hear her sing if you stop to listen in the quiet, dark
Oh yeah, no, I've heard
places.
her a lot in the background of this.
Is it true that you have a questionable
She sings a specific
past?
song.
You asking if
That
I
I
really
like.
went to jail? Yes. I advise against it.
Why?
It's not a
A
fun place, and they
don't let you leave.
No, I mean, why did you go to jail?
I know what
Oh,
you
hun.
mean. I took a tour of the seasons. My debt is paid, that's all.
I'd really like to know.
The nerve you got.
Did Clara get along
Honestly.
with Charlotte and Harper when she was younger?
They all got along famously. Until the night of the fire.
What exactly happened?
Charlotte was getting ready for her big 21st birthday ball.
That's the dress.
And at the last minute went off to what is now the ruins. No one knows what started the fire.
After that, what about Clara and Harper?
Clara grew up pretty fast, but Harper, she got lost in that night and never got found.
What happened to Charlotte and Harper's parents?
Yeah.
Plane crash.
Seems like there's a lot of misfortune in the family.
No, but I want to
Bad
know why
blood
the plane
brings
crashed
bad
and who
luck.
were the other 2 people in the plane. Because it said there were 4 passengers and
The
the flight
pilot
crew.
and the crew.
It said 4 passengers and the flight crew.
It said 4 passengers, including the pilot and person.
Fine.
We can go look at it.
No,
Do
fine.
you believe in ghosts?
I don't need belief.
Why not?
I have proof. EVP. Here's some creepy things from time to time. Check it out whenever you want.
Is it
If you got the
electronic
nerve.
voice phenomenon?
What made you call Savannah?
Probably.
Jessalyn didn't run away, and she wasn't kidnapped.
What happened then?
Savannah seemed to
died.
think you'd be disappointed she didn't come here.
No.
Any
Say it
reason
isn't
why?
so.
Savannah's talking to you about me?
Yeah, she's helping you with a case.
Don't suppose you could give me your number?
No!
I don't think she'd
give
want
away her
that.
number,
So
Nancy.
she told you.
Told me?
She and I were something of a couple.
I guessed,
Long
man.
time
You didn't have to tell me
Been
that.
a long time
You said
since we talked.
you fell harder for her than a Black Tuesday banker.
Mm-hmm.
I swear, Harper was there.
I told you. Life don't play by the rules here. Anyways, if she was, she ain't now.
I think you're just trying to scare me away.
Girl,
Nancy.
girl. Fear ain't some feeling to overcome. Especially not here.
You listen to
That
your fear
prickly
here.
feeling you get in that old house, that means something dark is whispering your name.
Something dark.
Trust me, that's as close as you want to get.
Goodbye.
Can I listen to more recordings?
Get on out of here
Sure.
now.
Piano, piano.
Piano, oh, piano.
I made Katie watch a very long-winded video earlier today that was just like, look at this piano. It's very unique because it...
Singing? I think it's coming from upstairs.
Heck yeah, that's Charlotte. Nancy.
What were you saying?
Oh yeah, I just made her watch the video. It was a very unique looking piano and the guy opened it up and he was showing all the things and he's like, it's set up this way so it's gonna sound like this. It's the most cool sounding piano, you're never gonna believe it. So he has like this long shot and you can see him sitting at the piano and he plays the keys, but it's just a voiceover of him going, piano, oh piano. And it's this whole long video for him to do that. It's just funny.
It's funny.
I loved it.
We are secrets, we are lies. Through the walls.
Fix your eyes!
Up the tunnels.
You
we
must seek!
The hidden ways.
He does sneak!
Make haste, doomed girl.
Do not delay!
Something, something, something.
Or he'll get away!
Good job.
Thank you.
Good
I'm
and
born to read in
fastest.
all caps. I was born in all caps without a face.
I was born in all caps.
She's still looking out that window, lady. Are we gonna get a tea Easter egg?
Sorry, I had to put 10 teaspoons of sugar in my small teacup.
Did you hear what I said?
Are we gonna get a Teaster egg? Yeah, no.
But we could. Is the phone charged yet?
No.
Oh my god. How
We are
long does
gonna
it
do
take to
something-
charge a phone with 10 oranges?
We're gonna do something that's gonna get us kicked out of the house.
Great. We're gonna watch the history. Birthday! Oh. Oh!
Why would you play that? Turn it off now!
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you with the movie.
I know, but just give me a minute. Seeing that just, well, it made my head hurt worse. I keep seeing it when I close my eyes.
What's wrong with you?
Well.
I'm gonna keep watching.
Looks like I need to figure out the password.
Charlotte.
Let me see if I remember it.
Okay.
Oh!
Did you get those from the tombstones?
Yes.
Okay.
So.
Dang it, I was looking forward to the tombstones.
I was gonna say it's a really cool part, but so essentially it says like you have to figure out who's who. So Nana was Sarah because that's the one everyone called Nana. You learned that from the book. Grandma, you know that's Rosalie because that was Clara's mother. Because Wade tells you that. Ghost, Charlotte. Dodge was Roger.
Right.
HT, VT, Hiram, and Virginia. So that's Wade's parents.
It wasn't Hiram. It was
It's
something
not-
else.
It was.
But that's what I called him.
Oh no, it's Hiriam.
Hiriam.
That's his father is Luther, so that's Luther's down here. Hiriam Thornton, Virginia Thornton, Karenina is Roger's what's his name wife. Factory accident victims is the 54 souls, and then Luther Atchison.
Gotcha.
So that is a very cool puzzle. However,
you knew it.
Yeah. Okay, you want to read for Addison for these text messages?
Sure. All right. Okay, got all the stuff I need. Any chance you'll change your mind?
Come on, it'll be fun.
It had better be.
Or what?
Or I will reveal so much embarrassing personal information and my toast at your wedding.
No toast for Addie, noted.
I'll just yell things out. You can't stop the A train once it left the station.
LOL, do what you must.
Please come back. Jess, I don't know if you're okay or not, but I miss you. Please come home. Please be okay.
And then this is now Clara.
Then why? Oh, you get the invertebrates?
What?
Invertebrates?
Mom, that does not clarify things.
Invertebrates!
Yes?
No invertebrates!
I'll make a note of that. No invertebrates.
I am sending this photograph backwards.
Okay, I hope that works out for you.
I am typing slowly and angrily. Did you mail out the things that tell people about the wedding for the people who are new to the list?
Invitations? Why?
Because people need to know about the wedding.
No, why meant yes. Yes, I did. Yes.
Why didn't you just write typewriters that?
You're right. I should have typewriters that. You might want to disable the predictive thing on your photograph.
I do not know how. You do it.
I'm not sure if I want to.
Call me now. Jesse, I am not joking. You call me right now.
And now it's Colton.
Your mom's on the warpath.
She's on more than one. I recommend just doing what she says.
This has to chill out once the wedding is done.
I know, right? But it won't.
Did you get my notes on the catering?
Yeah, thanks.
Do you want me to care about it more? Because I can fake that if needed. Their relationship is so, like, diplomatic.
It's really funny. LOL, no. Nope. I'm pretending to care for my mom. So you pretending to care for me while being a nice touch isn't really needed.
Cool. Let's just get pizza.
Ah!
What?
My mom just invited every single one of my teachers from kindergarten on to my wedding.
Why?
I have no idea. I think I owe a few of them some homework.
They can't be that bad.
They're fine. That's not the point.
What's the point then?
You'll have time to figure that out yourself because I'm sure she's inviting yours too.
Oh my gosh. Oh, you know, I think I get it now. Where are you? Everyone's freaking out. Hello? Oof, that's sad.
It is.
Memos!
These are memos from the night. Yeah, it's like that night, yeah.
Addie, come here quick. I see something. Seriously? Shh. Stay still. Listen.
See, that was my Jesslyn impression because I know what she sounds like.
What? What's happening? I'm just practicing. You are
She's
such
so
a
cute.
brat. Shh. I'm falling for it again. No, Addie, I'm serious. Listen. Footsteps. I don't hear them. Maybe it was the wind. That is not the title of this program. Oh, and I suppose you have a better name? With this ring, the dead. No, and you're weird for saying it. We're using mine. I'm Jesselyn Tara Thornton, and I'm Addison Abomination Hammond. And this is Ghost Talker Tours.
Oh, I love it.
We're creeping into Thornton Hall.
Tours.
The most haunted place in the known universe. Children around here grew up in fear of the dreaded Charlotte Thornton, also known as my cousin. We're here to find... Oh, that is a spider! It is in my hair! I don't even want to be alive anymore! Please just kill me! Look there. There it goes. Well, on the bright side, we can check spiders off the list.
Tick.
That was a black widow! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Probably just gave it the scare of its life. It's not going to bother us. It's her or me. I just dropped it. Over the floorboards. Let's just grab it in the AM, unless you want to go one-on-one with our little friend down there.
And then this is October 2nd, so that's the past.
No, October 28th.
Oh, thank you. I'm looking at the time.
Hotel. We're looking for the ruins where Charlotte died. Remember when Elizabeth got married and we all watched rom-coms and ate caramel corn? I was just thinking, like, at no point that evening was I like, I'll die here. It just didn't come up. Maybe not for you, but 2 movies in, I was thinking fondly about my own mortality.
Me watching rom-coms.
What's that say? The serpent rests in the center on the 2 handles. I think I know what that's about. Whoa! Buddy system! Jess! Where are you going? I know you're freaking out. I promise this will be quick. Are all of those coffins occupado? I gotta go outside. Just 2 seconds. There's some sort of message in the window. Yeah, I know. It says, this building is for dead people only. Jess? Jesselyn?
Oh, no.
This isn't funny. Where are you? Jessie! I don't want to be alone. Please stop. Please. Please come back. This isn't funny. I'm too scared.
Oh.
I don't understand. Are you okay? Jess, if this is a prank, it's not funny. Not funny! Jess, you're really scaring me. Say something. I said leave me alone. Now!
I should use my phone to make a call.
Okay. Something happened to Jess.
Something happened to Jess. Now what could have fallen through floorboards?
The spider.
Spider.
This looks like some sort of
Oh.
code.
It is some sort of
That
code.
looks like the family tree.
Huh? Oh, there's okay.
Yay!
Yellow.
Good job, you did it. So you can go through other colors?
Yeah, because on this one now I'm just taking account of yellow.
Yeah, I thought that I doesn't say so, but I would have assumed the rule was that you can't hit any of the other ones.
Right,
That
that's
would've been mean.
draw a path through all squares of the color that was spelled out on the first board.
Yeah, but it would have told us if we couldn't, so you know, easier than we thought.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay.
Did you miss one?
I missed one. I missed that E.
Whoopsh. Whoopsie poopsie.
Oopsie poopsie.
But it's alright, so you can double over the path that you've had before. I mean, you're gonna hit almost every letter going this way.
I know, it's wild, right? It's like, don't hit any other letters. Now hit every only yellow, which means you have to hit almost everything.
This one's way easier.
Ethel's grave. It must be tied into that picture in the corner somehow.
See that thing up there? Okay. Okay. So now we've got that, which means we're gonna run over to Ethel's grave.
Yeah.
Who's Ethel?
You know Grandma Ethel.
Sarah Emma Thornton. Beauregard. Charlotte. Actually, we spelled Beauregard on that window, remember?
We spelled Beauregard on the window?
Yeah. In the crypt.
Oh, yeah. I remember
Okay,
that.
I was like, I swear I showed you. Oh.
This should come in handy.
I got this because I left the flower there, like the note said.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Leave it at her grave. Yeah, it was like the mosaic thing on the window where you had to replace all the pieces.
Yeah.
When you said write, I was like, we did not write
This
a single
must
thing
be
on the
Ethel's
window.
grave.
We just rearranged some things.
Yeah.
Ethel.
Apparently this is Ethel's grave. So January 13th, 1933.
She's old.
She is.
She's in her 90s. Today. Except she's dead. So she's not in her 90s.
Okay, before we do that real quick, I'm going to show you this. So that was a picture on the camera. It had that handle in the
yeah.
picture. Check this out.
Are we in the ruins? Dang it.
Sounds like someone's out there.
We're in the room.
I should take a look.
We're in that room that's locked
Charlotte,
up tight.
darling, you're gonna have to help me out here.
What?
What?
What's he up to?
What is Wade up to?
Wade doing in the house he swore he wouldn't go into.
And talking to Charlotte? The souls.
Gosh, I forgot about that one. I want to go... Yeah, up here.
I wanna go up to the box with my key.
Wait, am I wrong?
Oh, it doesn't go there? Okay.
Where does that one go?
Maybe it goes in the door where he just ran away.
I can just go in here. Weird key.
Ah!
This looks like the one in the ruins. I bet the numbers from the coffin will work.
Give me that website again. Okay, I figured out from that. Okay.
You're so smart, you're so smart.
Got it.
Yeah!
Yay!
Only with half the puzzle solved for me, I got into Charlotte's room.
You're so smart. It is dusty.
It is. She sings when you're in here, so I'm just gonna go. I'm worried about her. She seemed to always be so close to slipping off the edge and doing something completely crazy, and now it's getting worse than ever. I wish there was something I could do to help her, but I think it might be too late for that. I'm close to finding a way to keep myself safe in the short term. My room is locked down, and I'm working on getting all of my papers somewhere safe. Hopefully this is all in my head. It might be some of that good old Thornton family paranoia, but that's never been a problem before. I should remember, but in case I don't, Franklin's memorial opens the first door. Each of the 4 edges are equal to the plaque's first and 7th numbers side by side. Frick. What? I'll read that again later.
Keys.
Key. You are cordially invited to a masquerade ball in celebration of the 21st birthday of Charlotte Thornton, Saturday, the 30th of October.
7 to 1 a.m. This girl was an extrovert.
Uh-huh.
She wanted to go until 1 a.m. for her ball party? Absolutely not.
I'd be so down. Shrimp and grits with lemon butter, Savannah crab cakes, fried green tomatoes with Vidalia relish.
So southern.
Roasted beets in a champagne vinaigrette, fried okra, grilled shrimp with fried greens, southern fried chicken with buttermilk biscuits, pork tenderloin with collards and yams in a pecan vanilla sauce, pecan pie, peach cobbler with vanilla ice cream, lavender creme brulee, and sweet tea.
You read 2 pecan things back to
I
back.
did.
1 pecan, 1 pecan.
I read them,
Made me
yeah,
laugh.
different.
I'd better figure out what order to
Yeah, I
press
can't do this
these
yet.
in before I move
Holy
anything.
frick. Like, what do you mean? Figure
There's-
out what order to press them in.
There's a whole thing there.
There are 3 cups inside of here. They're all poison.
That's
Clocks.
interesting. We're not gonna do that yet.
So wait, we got in the room. We got in the freaking room, man.
We did, but I want to do this.
That's exciting. All right.
Not over there. Not over there. It's
On the
not over there.
way.
It's over here.
On the way. I want to go in the box.
Small key.
Yeah.
For the box. Okay, January 13th, 1933. which means that I need...
I should arrange these to match
So
the
it needs to be
date from Ethel's tombstone.
113133.
Yeah. No, it's got to be first. Who's that first? No, that's so I'm good. Nine. 3.
Yay!
Right?
did
Okay.
it!
Oh, cool. A flower tangram.
Yay!
Uh-oh.
Get some sleep.
Every time we go under the house, we pass out.
Yeah, right?
I mean, not every, but both times we have.
No, and the numbers are starting to fall off.
Don't worry.
She sounds
It's
dead.
hard not to.
Yeah.
You have to get more sleep.
I know. I've been feeling a little groggy since I've been here.
We're here for you.
Thanks. I'd better go. I'll talk to you two later.
Sounds good. Huh.
Hey, Shar.
Oh, no, don't come at me like that. I'm not sure I'm a fan of that move.